Every generation of basketball gets one rivalry that defines everything. Russell versus Wilt changed how we thought about dominance. Bird versus Magic saved the entire league. And Jordan versus, well, everyone, created the global NBA. But here's what nobody talks about. The greatest individual rivalry of the modern era wasn't built in a single season. Kevin Durant versus LeBron James is a 17-year evolution that spans 3 different decades, 6 different teams, and completely changed how we measure greatness. This isn't just a rivalry. This is the story of how 2 generational talents pushed each other to heights neither could reach alone, destroyed each other's dreams, and created the most defining basketball narrative of the social media era. And I'm about to break down every single phase of the war using the complete head-to-head data that some people probably have never seen, and show you exactly how these 2 legends created a rivalry that changed basketball in our lifetime. If you ever wondered how basketball's greatest modern rivalry really unfolded, most people only talked about the battles in the finals. But they're missing the complete story. I break down the NBA storylines that goes deeper than just highlights. When you watch my content, you'll get the psychology, the turning points, and the data that shape these careers. This is storytelling that actually matters. This rivalry has 3 phases that tell the true story. Phase 1, the foundation years, where legends were born.
Durant crossover in the lane to the rim! Oh my goodness! Kevin Durant!
Phase 2, the championship wars, where legacies were decided.
We're in the record books. We're the first team ever to come back from a 3-1 deficit. This is special.
And Phase 3, the modern debate, where greatness is measured. Let's start where it all began. June 28th, 2007. Kevin Durant gets drafted 2nd overall to Seattle.
The Seattle Supersonics select Kevin Durant.
19 years old, rail thin, and a pure scorer.
Durant coming to the rim.
Oh, bring the love! Oh, big old tomahawk.
What about LeBron James? He's already dragging Cleveland to the finals at 22 years old.
Hamilton felt he had to get size on it. Oh, LeBron James drills it from downtown.
The chosen one, aka the king. Their first battles told the story of experience versus raw talent. You look at LeBron, 28 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists on 52% shooting. KD, 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists on 45% shooting. LeBron dominated the wins, taking 5 of their first 6 meetings. But Durant was learning, studying, getting better every single time. But then 2010 changed everything. LeBron formed a super team with Wade and Bosh. The basketball world exploded.
Hitting ahead for Wade. There he goes. Oh! The house of highlights.
You think these guys like passing the ball to each other? Wow. Earlier it was LeBron, the
KD? He stayed at OKC, building something organically with Russell Westbrook and James Harden. 2 different philosophies, 2 different paths to greatness. The 2011 to 2012 season was Durant's breakout. He led OKC to the finals, averaging 28.5 points in the playoffs. He was young, he was hungry, and earned their way there. And then came the moment that announced Durant as LeBron's equal. 2012 Finals, Game 1. Durant's statement game. 36 points, 8 rebounds on 54% shooting.
Got it. 23 for Durant.
He outplayed LeBron, who managed 30 points but struggled with his shot.
Once again in the 4th quarter, you were sensational. What opened up for you?
Well, I'm just playing off my teammates. I'm not trying to force anything. Just take what the defense gives me and be aggressive.
Congratulations.
For one game, the student had become the teacher. But then LeBron reminded everyone why he was quote-unquote the king. Games 2 through 5, 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists, shooting 47% from 3. Miami won 4 straight games.
We've been here now before, okay? This is where we got to keep on going.
To LeBron. LeBron in the corner, Battier.
That's another 3.
Miami lighting it up from downtown. This has been a total team effort. Fadeaway baseline in the middle. LeBron down the gut. Double clutch, got it off the window.
And Miami has a 19-point lead.
What an offensive explosion.
LeBron finally got his first championship. KD took his first finals flight to Cancun. The rivalry had officially begun.
It humbled me a lot. I was able to go back to the basics. A lot of people had a lot to do with it, but at the end of the day, I just looked myself in the mirror and said, you need to be better, both on and off the floor. and I'm happy that I was able to put myself and our team in a position to win this.
Man, I don't care if I miss it or make it. I'm going to keep believing in myself. And I really don't care what people say on the outside.
The finals loss did something to Durant that nobody expected. It motivated him to reach a level that even LeBron hadn't touched. Durant's 2013 to 2014 MVP season was basketball poetry. 32 points per game on 50% shooting, including a stretch where he scored 25 points. At least, in 41 straight games. His acceptance speech, thanking his mother, became legendary.
We wasn't supposed to be here. You made us believe. You kept us off the street, put clothes on our backs, food on the table. When you didn't eat, you made sure we ate. You went to sleep hungry. You sacrificed for us. You the real MVP.
Meanwhile, LeBron made his own power move, returning to Cleveland with a promise to bring them their first championship.
Shut the front door, LeBron is back.
The stage was set for an epic collision. 2015 to 2016 showed both players at their absolute peak. LeBron, 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. 57 wins.
Gets the ball, Mo Williams, LeBron surrounded by 4 and still 10.
KD, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, with 55 wins.
Morris commits to the Thunder. Durant, Westbrook, back out. Durant for 3. Bang!
Both were unstoppable. Both were championship ready. But then the Warriors won 73 games, breaking the all-time record.
It's official, number 73. The greatest regular season in NBA history now belongs to the 2016 Golden State Warriors.
In the Western Conference Finals, they beat the Thunder in 7 games after being down 3-1.
Yes!
KD was 1 game away from the finals. 3 weeks later, LeBron did the impossible. Down 3-1 to those same 73-win Warriors, he led the greatest comeback in finals history, hands down. The block on Iguodala.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection. Great pass by Curry.
Kyrie's shot. July 4th, 2016. Kevin Durant made the decision that was a defining move for both of their legacies forever. He joined the Golden State Warriors.
The easy one. Why the Golden State Warriors for you?
I just felt like the fit was perfect. I felt like the guys complimented each other, and I feel like I compliment their games as well. And, the change of something that I was looking forward to the challenge of. And, this is the best team I could, take on that challenge with.
And you depart for the team that beat you when you're on the cusp of getting to the finals yourself or ultimately winning the championship for the franchise that you've been with since you've come into the NBA. I think it's incredibly weak, and I don't want to hear any comparisons to that of LeBron James when LeBron James left Cleveland.
The same team that had just blown a 3-1 lead to LeBron. 2017 Finals. This is where Durant proved he belonged on the biggest stage. KD, 35 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists on 56% shooting.
40-some days. Alley-oop, Green to Durant. Throws it ahead. Here's Durant across the lane. Durant handling. Durant down the lane.
LeBron, 34 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists on 56% shooting.
Or not realizing was wide open and then throws it down. James fakes on a 3, fires and hits. He's been shooting 42%. Pass inside. Tristan Thompson finds James. A lot of thunderous dunks here in the opening period.
Both players were incredible. But Durant hit the biggest shots. In Game 3, the dagger in the fourth quarter.
Incredible opportunity. Durant for 3. It's good. Kevin Durant from downtown. And Golden State takes the lead.
Game 5. 39 points to close out the series.
Inside Durant. Another 35 for Kevin Durant.
And a missed switch right there leads to the easy dunk.
Curry finds Durant. Durant stops, pulls up jumper, got it. 13 of 17 from the field. Durant gets away from Korver all the way to the rim. Timeout Cleveland. Durant's not cheering.
KD won his first championship and Finals MVP.
The Warriors are NBA champions again.
He needed some help, but the student had finally beaten the teacher.
I couldn't sleep for 2 days. I was anxious. I was jittery. I just wanted to lay it all out there. You know, I put in work. I just had to trust in it. You know, we were really good tonight. You got to tip your hat to Cleveland, man.
2018 was even more dominant for KD and the Warriors.
Goes inside and throws it down. Shot clock at 5. Kevin Durant way outside. Delivers! Kevin Durant from downtown. It's a 6-point game.
They swept LeBron, but the individual battle was still epic. KD had 29 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists, while LeBron had 34 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists. LeBron's Game 1 performance, 51 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, might be the greatest losing effort in Finals history. But KD and the Warriors were just too much. At this point, the record in the Finals, KD leads 2-1. In 2019, it changed everything again. KD left Golden State for Brooklyn, ready to prove that he could lead his own team. LeBron was building something special in Los Angeles.
We've got breaking news. LeBron is a Laker.
LeBron is officially now a Laker. The Laker era has begun in LA. He's going up against a Portland team that has beaten the Lakers 15 consecutive times.
2020 was LeBron's answer. At age 35, he led the Lakers to their first championship in a decade.
This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Of course, he was Finals MVP, proving he could still be the best player on a championship team. In 2021, that was KD's response.
Had the first 2 games, but not the case in Milwaukee. Beautiful crossover by Durant and puts it home.
In the playoffs, he put up one of the most greatest individual performances ever. 49 points, 17 rebounds, and 10 assists in a Game 5 against Milwaukee.
Fires and hits! With the shot clock running down, he hits from down.
I wasn't planning on playing every minute, but as the game started to flow, we got down. I told Coach that, if you need to take me out for a couple, it's cool, but I feel good, and he just let me ride it out. So
we all know what happened, but the Bucks became the eventual champs.
It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended. After a half-century, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
And it's crazy to think about. That one toe on the three-point line could have rewrote history forever. But here's where they stand today in their complete rivalry. The overall record, LeBron leads 22-15. That's 37 total games. Regular season, LeBron leads 15-6. In the playoffs, KD leads 9-5. In the finals, Durant leads 2-1. In their head-to-head matchups, LeBron averages 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. KD averages 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. At age 40, LeBron is still averaging 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. At age 36, KD is still one of the most unstoppable scorers in basketball history. But here's what makes this legendary. It's not over. Every time these two step on the court against each other, it's must-watch television. Their Christmas Day matchups breaks viewership records. If they meet in the playoffs one more time, it will be the most watched basketball series in years.
As Klay Thompson rushes up the floor, Durant quickly to the basket with authority. Love the outlet pass to James. What a sequence that was.
This rivalry gave us everything. 17 years of elite competition, 3 final series that changed NBA history, individual performances that redefined greatness, and a debate that will last forever. KD versus LeBron defined a generation because it showed us exactly what happens when 2 all-time greats push each other to their absolute limits for nearly 2 decades. From KD's breakout in 2012 to LeBron's impossible 2016 comeback. From KD's clutch 2017 performances to LeBron's legendary 2018 Game 1. These two gave us basketball at its highest level. If you want more deep dives into stories and rivalries that shape the NBA, hit the subscribe button for more content that goes beyond the highlights to show you why these moments mattered. Let me know in the comments, who won? Who'd you respect more? LeBron with the overall record and longevity? Or KD with the finals advantage and clutch gene? Or is it too close to call? The rivalry that defined a generation isn't finished yet. And when these two legends finally retire, We'll look back on this as the greatest individual rivalry the modern NBA has ever seen. Peace.